Okay, how's it going everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a while, but today we have to talk about what you see on the screen, which is of course Dragon Ball Project Multi. So a few days ago, we did get a producer's video from the development team, and with the producer's video, even though it wasn't too long, it gave us a lot of cool information on the game, some name changes for the game, some gameplay changes, some new characters, as well as some information on the upcoming network test. So today, we're going to go ahead and talk about all of that because, you know, we had this game announced for us back in 2024 last year. We had a beta test last year. This game, I tried it back then. It was a blast. And honestly, I am so stoked for this game. I'm sure a lot of people are excited for this game. It's completely free to play. And honestly, I will tell you right now, this game may be something I put on the channel because this is something that I've just had so much joy playing. So I'm very excited for this. I hope you guys are excited, of course, as always. And also, I mean, of course, I hope you guys will enjoy the video. If you do, show your support, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, comment down below your thoughts. Also, by the way, guys, please comment down below, how does the audio sound for the video? I am trying out a new mic, a USB mic, so I've never used this type of mic before. I have no idea how to set it up. I'm just kind of going along with it and hoping for the best. So I do apologize if the audio is not sounding perfect, but, if you guys got any tips or tricks or anything, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So, first thing I wanted to go ahead and do is obviously talk about the actual, video that came for the producers team. So obviously only 6 minutes long, not the most lengthy kind of video, but to be fair, this was like a teaser kind of thing, I feel like, for the game. We didn't even get a release date as far as this game was concerned. We do know it's supposed to release sometime in 2025, but obviously we're halfway through the year. So we are kind of like coming to the tail end of the year. We do want to see some sort of release date, right? Obviously we see Frieza. This is like the trailer for the game. So Frieza, Goku, you see right here, it is a 4-on-4 team battle. So basically, it is similar to like a MOBA kind of concept, right? So I guess you could kind of like harken it to League of Legends. Obviously not on the same kind of feel, I would say. So, don't get turned off just because you hear the comparison to League of Legends. But it does have similar elements, kind of like a team-based tower defense kind of game, beat the other side's defenses, beat the base. So kind of same kind of thing. We see Cooler, of course, Krillin, Gohan, Frieza, Piccolo and all this stuff. So Masu, you got Trunks right there, you're seeing right there, Super Saiyan, Vegeta, of course. All these great characters. The cool thing about this type of gameplay, by the way, guys, is a game like this has all sorts of characters with different movesets. You see Goku with the Spirit Bomb, Vegeta with the Big Bang Attack, Piccolo, of course, has a special beam cannon. So all these characters have unique abilities, unique playstyles, and honestly, different approaches that make them all feel unique. Of course, look at that poster, by the way, guys. So in the previous beta test last year, we had Goku, we had Vegeta, Trunks, Piccolo, 18, and Boo. Two new additions based off this poster are Caulifla and Frieza. Now with Frieza, I know we saw some information and some trailer videos on him, so he's supposed to be a certain type of character, and he has like Zarbon and Doria following him, which kind of makes sense, I guess. For Caulifla, I don't know if we got anything for her, but I mean, my expectation is she may team up with Kale. I hope she can fuse into Kefla. That'd be pretty cool, but I mean, for this type of like a poster, it's obviously very clean. Now we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, which is the producers. So look at that man right there. Toshi is back. Of course, let me zoom in on his face right there. Look at this man, this glorious mug right here. Yeah, so Toshi's back. So for those who do not like keep up with Legends and everything, Toshi was a very like prominent figure in the Legends side of the game and everything, like Dragon Ball Legends, because he was like, I believe, a producer, like very involved at least with that. He took a step back like recently with like one of the last few Legends information kind of streams. So I think he was saying he was trying to do different projects. Apparently, this is the project that he was referring to. So he is one of our producers, as well as you right here. So shout out to both of them, of course, for doing their work and everything. But when you have these two here, a lot of, different feelings were shown once Toshi was like seen on screen. If you look up Toshi right now, I already did it. You got so many people like just looking at Toshi like he's like aura farming, which I think is kind of accurate. You see the glow up from Toshi. So, Toshi, he started with Dokkan, he moved to Legends, and like obviously now with the new Project Multi, which by the way, I didn't even talk about it. The new name for it is called Gekishin Squadron, which I'm sure there's like a deeper meaning behind it. I don't know it, but I think I don't like the name too much quite yet. I'm sure it'll grow on me. For right now, I'm just gonna call it like Squadra or something, but like it'll take time. But it's like an interesting name. I like the color scheme, it's really nice. But yeah, he started off with Dokkan. Look at the glow up on this man. We've seen this man grow up literally, like from no facial hair, it looks like here, to like the little goatee or whatever, now to like the full. He's grown up right in front of us. But yeah, so it's insane to see Toshi like come back for a game. Obviously, you have some people who are like just thinking, man, this guy's goated when it comes to just being a part of mobile games and Dragon Ball projects and stuff. But also some people are kind of concerned that Toshi is like gonna be a problem, because like like you have some people who just think about Toshi and like, oh, he was a part of Legends' worst periods, like Dokkan's worst periods. It's not gonna be good. So there's like all sorts of different kind of concerns like that. But overall, I think overall I think the general community has been overall positive to see Toshi again, but I know there are some people who are kind of concerned that Toshi may be a sign of bad things to come for the future. So I'll be cautiously optimistic, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how things kind of pan out. Okay, let's continue on with this though. So obviously, obviously Toshi is our chief producer. Yu is a fellow producer for the team. So I'm sure there's other producers behind the scenes, but these were the two that we just saw for the trailer. So yeah, obviously this was, like I said, revealed in 2024. We knew about this game last year and it was already so lit with the whole beta test last year. Now they've made a lot of changes since then, behind the scenes. I'm not sure why they still haven't given us a release date at this point in time, other than they just want to really make sure this is good to go, which is perfectly fine. I have no issues against that. But yeah, I mean, you look at this, the 4v4 team battle, you got different lanes, team ups and stuff, nice animations, by the way. I think not the sharpest, I guess, in general, but still nice for a game like this. Different abilities. Obviously we go back here, let me just kind of explain the process, right? Because I don't know how many people have played the game before or seen it, but I'm sure a lot of people have seen the gameplay and stuff. So basically, for those who are new, you do have a team of 4. Each player is going to be able to pick one of these heroes. Of course, you got Super Saiyan Goku, starts off as base Goku. You have Deborah, who's a new character, by the way, Piccolo, Trunks 18, Bojack, that's a new character, Oob, or I believe that's maybe Majub. So we have the characters like them. Once you pick the character you see, they have unique skill sets and stuff. Unique special cards you can acquire for them to boost their skill sets and everything. Also, you do have special support characters, right? So for example, you see Icarus right here. You see Farmer with a shotgun. They have different abilities of their own. So for Icarus, I remember him during the beta test. So Icarus was able to basically make you fly in one direction really fast, even faster than your normal hero speed. So you have characters like that, or support characters like that, who can give you different kind of amps or buffs or different kind of advantages if you know how to use them. So obviously got that. Look at this man, Super Saiyan Goku, looking so clean. I love how Goku looks in this game. I love how all the characters really look in this game, because it really is, I don't know how to describe it other than it feels like a very low-key game, which makes sense because this is free to play. So I'm sure there's not a lot of crazy production quality in comparison to all these hi-fi games, but at the same time, I don't know, I like the art style, I like the approach. It just looks so dope to me, so I'm really happy with it. And they even say right here, yes, there's going to be some skill gap, so the more experienced players will have an advantage just based off their game knowledge, but they've made it so that even the new players can catch up, they can find a way to win, and that's what I think that's a great thing. But obviously we're going to see how sweaty this game can be. I'm not gonna lie, I may sweat. I'm this is one of those games where I'm a competitive person. I might sweat when it comes to this game. Also, we're getting crossplay, so they're expanding now. So they have mobile, PC. Now they're including console with the cross-platform. Really dope stuff, because obviously with crossplay is just so great for just being able to have different compositions, teams. You can obviously work with your friends and everything. So having those teams of 4, that can always be pretty dope. So I remember, I think during the beta test last time, Minato and people who were playing it back then, they had some collabs and team ups and stuff. There were some issues with the friending and everything last time, so the friend system was kind of messed up. Now we're getting it fixed and everything. I think it's been improved significantly since then. So we have a new network test, June 12th to June 16th. There will be a open up kind of period. So right now, if you look at the game, you have to wishlist it. So I believe you just wishlist it, and once the dates show up, then you can just hop into the game at will. You don't need to pre-register or anything. So it's honestly all going to be pretty dope stuff. I mean, really great things right there. I think now they're going to talk about the gameplay changes, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, obviously the last beta test they had last year, which I was a part of, which was a great time. It wasn't perfect, but it was really fun. They did make some changes. They're saying some gameplay changes, which honestly I will say I'm pretty surprised that they made some of these changes, but there are some other ones that I guess that they're doing as well. Obviously they're improving controls, the rules, the graphics, which is nice. But also they are changing some other stuff as well. So obviously this is how the game looks in general. You see the health pools and everything, the different characters. You see the map, of course. You see your characters, the levels of your characters. So leveling does matter, of course. You got the special cards down here. You got your abilities, which are kind of hidden by the closed caption, but the different abilities for the characters. For Goku, right here, it's kind of hard to see. Let me remove the closed caption, but you see his Kamehameha. You see his Spirit Bomb right there. So you got things like that. So it's very straightforward, very cool stuff right there. Honestly, I mean, this is great stuff right here. This is also from the last beta test, interestingly enough. So yeah, I mean, you can see how it kind of works. You can team up. You got Cooler and 18. I know Krillin is pissed seeing Cooler with his girl, but it's fine. So the Great Ape. So this was a mechanic they had last time around where, like they're saying, it's supposed to have a huge buff either to the team attacking or the team trying to defend and survive because they're on the back end. So it was a very powerful mechanic. For now, they're removing it though, because I guess people were just not happy with how powerful the Great Ape was or how it worked, I guess. But Great Ape was such a significant thing during the beta test. You had to pretty much snipe it. You had to time it and get the kill, because if you didn't get the Great Ape victory, you were going to be in significant trouble. So you know, that was a major kind of change they're making. Also, they're adding 2 new systems. So this is the first thing. It's called Divine Draw. Basically, it's like special gameplay rules to begin at the match, and it's kind of like just like a goofy kind of thing, right? So of course, this is an example right here. They got 2 mechanics going to be for the next match here. In this case right here, one is you get a bunch of XP for your character when you KO a specific EXL Junior, and also enemy heroes and NPCs explode when KO'd. So that's going to happen. Also blows away the other nearby opponents. So they have different kind of mechanics and gimmicks here, it seems like. I am actually very excited for this. You can see the explosion right here. That looks pretty clean. We didn't have that in the last one, of course, but, you know, I need some new stuff like this in the beta test. I'm excited to see how this will perform. I hope none of the gimmicks will be too stupid, because some of the gimmicks are going to be probably silly. Obviously, you see the EXL Junior giving a bunch of XP, but hopefully overall it's going to be pretty balanced, pretty fair. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be pretty good. So, you know, I feel pretty happy about that. Excuse me. I lost my voice there. I feel pretty good about that. Also, they got this special action they're adding for called the Gekishin Burst. So I'm just going to call it the Squadra Burst, because I just can't get behind Gekishin right now. Every time I say Gekishin, I feel like I'm about to say Genshin out of like habit or something, you know? But yeah, so you can use this to have special effects against the Gods of Destruction, who basically act as the turrets to protect your main base. So you can have that for different kind of gameplay mechanics and stuff. So honestly, I mean, it's really awesome. There are some other updates. I don't think they mention those updates either in this vid or in any sort of like social media account, but obviously they'll be in the network test, so we all can look forward to that. And I think the last thing to talk about is their accounts, right? So let me kind of skip through here and kind of show this. So yeah, they have an official Twitter account, an Instagram account, a Facebook, and also an official Discord server, which is really awesome. I believe the server is actually up right now, so make sure to go ahead and join that, because honestly, I feel like there's no reason not to. You can meet players there, you can learn more about the game, you can probably keep up to date with in-game updates and stuff for like the balancing and everything. I think it's just a great thing to follow, even if you don't be too active on it. At least you could pair up with people too. Maybe you can make friends there, and obviously, you know, like team up and stuff. So there's all sorts of stuff like that I think is going to be really great. Beyond that, I mean, there really wasn't anything else to mention. They didn't have a release date. They do say though they're still trying to maintain it within 2025. So who knows, maybe we'll see it by October, maybe, you know, November, maybe even December during the holidays, but at least by the end of 2025 we should see this game come out. So there you go, there's the network test. Yeah, this is so exciting. So, you know, when we go look at the game news, so this is not the official game account or the Project Multi account, whatever, but like this is just like a affiliate, or not an affiliate account, this is another account right there. They were talking about First Form Frieza and all this sort of stuff. So obviously we got the trailer for Frieza, we got all this sort of stuff, you know, we got, you know, information on some new outfits. So we got Boo right here with the Hercule outfit, all sorts of cool stuff, the logo assets and everything. I may use that on the thumbnail, who knows. New characters, of course, we saw, you know, all the confirmed platforms. So you got iOS, you got Android, you got PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, of course. The Switch 2 I think just came out like a few days ago, right? So that's gonna be pretty awesome right there. You got Steam, of course, with the PCs. So all sorts of cool stuff, I mean, has been going on. It is great. When you look at Project Multi right now, people are so excited. People are literally so excited. You know, anyone down to make a group Discord for the multi. Yeah, it's so great. And the thing about this game, though, is it's not a gacha game. So there are some gacha elements where you can spend, you know, summons to get cosmetics and some support characters, which are kind of important. But for the most part, the entire game is free to play. There's no reason to spend, no reason to worry about, you know, having to spend currency to get new players. You don't have to, like, do any of that sort of stuff. So like you can get all these characters, you know, just playing the game, just grinding, and you'll get it like that. So it's really great stuff right there. Obviously, so many people are so excited. This is a clean shot, by the way. I love these 4K frames that they're showing for this. Look at Frieza. Frieza looks like a dog. He looks insane. I don't know if he'll transform into his final form, but would that not be awesome? I would love it, actually, for real. I think it's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure he's just going to do his like death ball, but still some cool stuff overall. People are loving this, and I'm so glad, because, you know, for me, I love Project Multi. I know some other content creators like Miyato's Flash are enjoying Project Multi news and everything, because it's just a cool game. So yeah, it's gonna be great. But I mean, there's really not much else to talk about, I guess. If like if we go to the actual Twitter account for Gekishin Squadra, you know, Project Multi and everything, they did give us some information. Obviously, they have like a little like a enter kind of like a gift, I guess, like a campaign. So basically, you follow the account, you repost this, you have a chance to get an acrylic panel. So that's gonna be really awesome right there. Of course, if you do get it, they're showing the trailers for like Zamasu. We have Baby, by the way. Baby coming to the game is crazy. I did not think we were gonna be getting Baby, let alone like the young version of Baby, not like Super Baby 2, but just Kid Baby. And apparently he's able to possess the enemies and like control them and stuff, and like control allies too. So there's some really crazy characters, some crazy play styles. Honestly, it's really cool right there. Frieza right there, you know, position your care like subordinates right there. All sorts of cool stuff. Piccolo you got right there, Super Saiyan Goku. We still have a lot of other characters to like show the trailers for, but you can imagine this is very great. So yeah, I'm so stoked for this. Honestly, I mean, I have to say right now, again, I think I'm going to be making content on this like game and everything for the channel. I'm just so excited for this game. If you guys are excited for the game too, if you want to see more vids of this like gameplay and stuff, you want to see content like that, you know, let me know in the comments down below, because of course your guys' support means a lot in that respect. Of course, gets me motivated, keeps me going. So, you know, let me know if you guys would like to see that sort of gameplay, because I'm very excited to play Get Kitchen Squadra, to play your Project Multi, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited for this. But yeah, I mean, honestly, we covered the video. I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. I mean, let me know in the comments down below again, you know, what do you guys think about, you know, the new game and everything? Are you guys planning to play it? Have you played it before with the previous beta test? You know, how excited are you guys for it? Let me know in the comments down below, all that sort of stuff. If you guys enjoyed the video again, you know, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, comment down below your thoughts again. You know, also, again, please comment down below, how's the audio sound again? I still have no idea how to set up this mic quite yet, so hopefully it sounds good. If it doesn't, you know, if you have any tips and tricks, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next one.